Hey guys, it's Goldie, and today we're doing a deep dive into the new teaser trailer that they released for Update 10, which we now know is called the Thrills and Frills update. This video was actually supposed to come out 2 days ago, but it's a couple days late due to a series of unfortunate events, one of which being that I recorded the whole thing without audio. So that was real fun for me. So here we are, second time's the charm, right? I am sorry that we're late on this one, but I did want to still give you guys my thoughts on this new sneak peek trailer. It's about 4 minutes long, and I'm going to play the whole thing without commentary first, just in case you somehow haven't seen it yet. But if you want to skip to the part with the commentary, just go to the timestamp that I'll put on the screen right about here. But without further ado, let's watch the trailer.
Hey Valley Villagers! We're shaking things up from our regular teasing schedule and bringing you a behind the magic look at the Valley's next update, including part 2 of our Rift in Time expansion. In our first developer update, we're giving you an early sneak peek at what you can expect, and make sure to stay tuned to the end for more exciting news. We're so excited to finally share that more Disney Parks content is arriving in-game with the inclusion of the upcoming A Day at Disney Star Path. And don't worry, you'll be able to collect past Disney Parks rides and items when they return to the premium shop this season, alongside additional iconic rides and parks properties. Our team cannot wait to see your Valley Visit adventures take place in your own Dreamlight parks. But that's not the only adventures you'll be getting up to with friends. In the Thrills and Frills update, join your friends on a fishing excursion, harvest their resources, and harness your Dreamlight to help them get rid of those pesky night thorns by having access to your royal tools wherever you roam. Taking photos with friends and capturing memories is one of the best parts of any real-world adventure, and why shouldn't this be the same for Valley visits? In our upcoming free update, Thrills and Frills, we're further empowering you to take selfies with your friends while participating in a Valley visit with enhanced camera functionality. However, that's not the only camera feature we saw our community requesting. Arriving alongside this update is the ability to take photos inside attractions you place in your valleys. This feature will not only work with attractions from past Disney Park Star Paths, but also the ones arriving in our next one. Many of you guessed it based off of our last roadmap, but Daisy Duck is making her way to the Valley. And after reuniting with her, you will unlock the Boutique, a new building that can be used to showcase your Touch of Magic designs. Friends visiting during a Valley visit can also collect your designs to use themselves. And the fun doesn't stop there. Completing weekly design challenges with Daisy will unlock exclusive boutique rewards such as new Touch of Magic items.
Howdy folks! Disney Dreamlight Valley: A Rift in Time was released last December, and we've loved hearing your thoughts on the expansion pass and seeing your first reactions to visiting Eternity Isle for the first time. The expansion pass comes in 3 acts, and we're excited to give you your first look at Act 2, The Spark of Imagination. Of course, an expansive narrative update isn't all that awaits you in the second act of A Rift in Time. Get even more utility out of your Royal Hourglass as you level it up and work towards exciting new rewards. As you embark on your quest for the Spark of Imagination, new adventures and puzzles await you. While the ancient ruins are filled with new challenges, you'll also meet an enthusiastic new friend. We are incredibly lucky to bring Oswald, one of Walt Disney's first creations, to Eternity Isle. The team has had a blast leaning into Oswald's fun and mischievous personality while building his questline. Inspired by Oswald's origins, you'll discover lots of fun homages to the silent film era in his questline, from transforming seemingly 2D objects to 3D, to breaking the communication barrier. The art team also had a fantastic time designing his house, inspired by old-time movie theaters. Wait until you see the interior, it feels just like you're stepping into the past. We know how much you love critters, we do too, so we made sure that Oswald also has an impact on his surroundings, turning some of the things he interacts with black and white, such as the critters that can be found on Eternity Isle. We can't wait for you to dive into this new content. The Spark of Imagination may hold more power than you can imagine. Act 2 of the expansion pass will be released alongside our next free update, Thrills and Frills.
Thanks, Ryan. I personally cannot wait to meet Oswald on Eternity Isle, and it seems that we don't have to wait for long. We're thrilled to end this developer update with one last surprise. Our next free update, Thrills and Frills, is arriving on all platforms on May 1st. Owners of the Disney Dreamlight Valley: A Rift in Time expansion pass can also expect the story to continue in the Spark of Imagination update arriving on the same day. Make sure to follow us on our social media accounts and let us know what you're most excited for, and stay tuned for more info. See you in the Valley!
Okay, so there was so much information in this video and so many surprises. So let's get into the nitty-gritty and see what we can see in this video. First of all, stop it right now. Look at how cute Daisy is with her little waddle, with her little sassy walk. And her house is absolutely adorable. I'm really pleased with how they made it look. We finally have a house that matches Minnie Mouse's house. Minnie Mouse's house, that was a lot. We don't really have any other buildings that are like that pink cutesy look. I know Vanellope's house is pink, but that's kind of like a different vibe. So I think this is gonna look really, really good in the Valley. They also gave us a little preview of using the tools together in multiplayer and the new storyline for the expansion, but we'll get to that in a moment. But next, she reveals that the upcoming Star Path is going to be themed A Day at Disney, which I know a lot of people are going to be very happy about. And this is a theme that we've seen in Dream Snaps a couple different times, I think. Just look at how many new rides and stuff there is. And right off the bat, I see two of the things that they hinted at on their Twitter. If you remember a little while ago, they teased on their Twitter about Star Path items that would have to do with magic carpet and a pretzel stand. And as we can see here, it's going to be a magic carpet ride, which apparently is actually at one of the Disney parks, but I've never seen it. And also over here we have a pretzel stand. So it was actually very straightforward with their hints. I'm not gonna lie to you guys, I was kind of disappointed that we are not getting the ability to glide around on a magic carpet around the Valley, but this is pretty cool too, I guess. Over here, there's another little stand next to the pretzel stand. I can't really tell what it is though. And we also have a new camel decoration, which I guess goes along with the Aladdin magic carpet theme. I can't tell exactly what this spaceship ride is over on the right-hand side. It looks like it's moving in circles around the center. Maybe a Toy Story theme? And also we have a little umbrella table here, good for a courtyard at a theme park. I think that's all the new items that I can spot in this clip, but I'm anticipating that all of those are going to be coming to us in the Star Path. But we also see here a lot of old Star Path items like the Ferris wheel, the Dumbo ride, the merchandise stand, and she confirmed that all of these will be coming back in the premium shop. So that is good news for the people who missed that Star Path. And also good news for me, so that I can save some moonstones. The premium shop completely bankrupted me with the last update and the Incredibles and the Centennial Star Path items coming back, because those were the two Star Paths that I actually missed. So I'll be happy to take a little breather on the returning items. We also get a look at another ride that's coming to the Star Path, I presume. And this one is themed around the Inside Out movie, which is actually my favorite Pixar movie. That one makes me cry every time, no matter how many times I've watched it. They actually have a sequel coming out this summer, so I'm super excited for that. I'll definitely be watching it. So now we start to get into some information about the new multiplayer improvements. We can now use the royal tools together during Valley visits, but I'm not 100% sure how this is going to work. In this clip, you see both of them water the mushroom, but then you only get one mushroom out of it. I feel like maybe they just created this scene because it looks cool and not necessarily because both of them are watering the mushroom. I don't think it's going to be like Palia where multiple people can hit the same rock at the same time. I think it's still going to be like only one person can do each action, but we'll have to see how that turns out. She also goes on to say that the visitors can harvest your resources and Dreamlight. And I don't know about you guys, but that immediately makes me a little bit nervous. Because if they get to keep those resources and Dreamlight, that means you really need to trust the people that you're letting into your valley, unless if you're gonna have like a certain area blocked off around the portal so that they can't access the rest of the valley and steal all your precious pumpkins. But yeah, I would hope that the resources would duplicate so that each person gets one. Although I'm not sure that would really be fair. Like for the pumpkin example, if you spent all the time planting and watering pumpkins and then someone just gets to come along and reap the rewards of that. I don't know how I feel about that, but I'm not going to judge too quickly until we find out how it actually works. But an exciting part of this is that since the camera is a royal tool, you can now take selfies with your friends, which was a very highly requested feature. I am wondering whether or not your friends will have the ability to pose, or if they kind of just have to be in the background in the right spot whenever you're taking a picture. It's hard to tell from this clip, but if you watch the background characters during this clip, you can tell that they're kind of doing the idle animation when your character's just standing there. They're kind of like swaying back and forth, and their facial expressions just kind of neutral. So I'm leaning towards the fact that you probably just kind of have to stand in the background of the picture, but we'll have to wait and see. However, that is not the only camera improvement that they're bringing with this update, because you can now take pictures on the rides. You can ride the rides. Like, what? When I tell you, my jaw literally dropped when I saw this. I watched this video off camera the day that it released, and I'm not even joking. I was sitting there, and as soon as this came on the screen, I was like, I was not expecting this, but it's such a cool feature. And apparently she said it was highly requested among the community. I never saw that anywhere online, but I'm happy about it. It's giving Roller Coaster Tycoon, and I'm so here for it. So I don't think you can take a forward-facing picture. They didn't really show anything like that. But she did say that it will apply to all the previous Star Path rides too. So I'm really curious to find out if we can take a picture from the top of the Ferris wheel and get like our whole valley in the background. That would be really, really cool. Moving on to Daisy Duck, we get another view of her a little bit closer up, and we see her animation of talking on the phone. We also get a closer look at her house, and oh my gosh, look at this bench. That is so cute. I love the colors, and it looks like it's made out of popsicle sticks. That's so cute. So I'm sure she's gonna have a lot of really adorable items coming with her and her friendship quest. And as many people predicted, she is going to be the one that helps us unlock the Touch of Magic boutique. So I've mentioned this before in other videos, but I don't use Touch of Magic and I don't use multiplayer. So I wasn't really that excited for this particular feature until they mentioned weekly design challenges. She said these challenges will be held by Daisy and you'll get to unlock exclusive boutique rewards. Now this I can get on board with, and depending on how the challenge works, this might actually incentivize me to use Touch of Magic. So it looks like we'll be getting rewards in the form of new items that we can use in Touch of Magic, and I'm assuming there will also be new motifs and stuff like that. My first thought was maybe this challenge will be kind of like Dream Snaps, where each week you submit an item and then people can kind of vote on it. But then I realized that the reason they don't allow Touch of Magic in Dream Snaps is because there will always be some people to take advantage and create designs that are inappropriate. So I think it's more likely that we'll probably just submit our item to Daisy, and as long as it meets the requirements for the challenge, we'll probably get some sort of points that we'll be able to eventually exchange for these rewards. Maybe? That's my best guess at this point. But I am actually really excited to find out about this. I'm always down for more reasons to get into the game and complete objectives. So another weekly challenge is a big yes from me. I just really hope it doesn't rely on multiplayer because I have no friends. But anyway, I digress. So we get a little bit of a preview of some of the items that we'll be getting for Touch of Magic, like this casual jacket, a suit jacket, and this dress, which I love the cut of this dress. I would totally rock that around the valley. The inside of the boutique looks really great too. It's very spacious, probably so that you and your friends have lots of room to run around. I don't actually do Touch of Magic often enough to know, but I think some of the items on the shelves back there are actually new. Like in the background, you can kind of see a vase, a purse, and a little bottle of perfume, and that little potted plant. I think those are all new, but correct me if I'm wrong. But the most exciting revelation is the door. In the background here, you can see a door, which looks like it's on display, which leads us to believe that we'll be able to use Touch of Magic on doors, which is a game changer for people who like to decorate indoors. The doors that they have naturally in the game just do not cut it for most decorating styles, so this is really exciting. I'm also curious about the mouse ears that this girl has on in the front. They look monster themed and they look new to me, but it's possible that they come from Mike or Sully's quests. I haven't finished all of those yet, so I'm not sure. Moving on to the Rift in Time expansion pass update, the first thing we learn is that you can actually upgrade your Hourglass to level 4, which is going to definitely unlock some new stuff. Most notably, we see some new crafting materials up here in the top right corner. It looks like some sort of dust that comes in 4 different colors. We also get to see some of the new items that we'll be able to create, like this ratatouille archway of sorts. Definitely looks like it's supposed to be the entrance to something. Also, we have this new bed, which is so pretty. It kind of looks like that other purple bed that we have, except with more pink and more flowers, which I'm definitely a fan of. I wonder if that wallpaper in the background is new. I don't recognize it, but then again, I don't have all the wallpapers yet, so you tell me. As far as the storyline, he mentions that there's new adventures and puzzles, and the ancient ruins are filled with new challenges. So this is really good news because some of the quests can get a little repetitive and that can sometimes feel a little bit boring. So coming up with new challenges and puzzles for us will definitely help keep the game alive. And I think we're getting a sneak peek at one of the puzzles with these music notes in the background here. And of course, we have the lucky villager coming to the valley, which is Oswald. I've said this in a previous video, but I think that the way they did his character model is just perfect. It's the perfect blend of his 2D origins with this 3D game. I just think he looks really, really well done. And we do get a look at some of his other animations in the game, which looks so cute. I also noticed that the dialogue box at the bottom here, it is in the old-fashioned style, and it says, "The mischievous-looking rabbit gives you a plucky wave." So it seems like Oswald won't be talking to us, which makes sense because I know that back in the day they didn't really do voiceovers. But I'm curious if this is gonna be like forever or just at the beginning. I don't know. And I wonder if even after the storyline completes, if his dialogue boxes will always be black and white. I'm very curious about that. We also get a look at some of the items that are going to be coming with Oswald that have that old style feel to them. This car they showed looks like it's hand drawn, but it also looks totally 3D at the same time. I don't know how they did that, but it looks really cool. Same can be said for this like helicopter thing. I have no idea what this is. I should probably try to watch some of the old Oswald shorts so that I have a little bit of an idea of what's going on and what he's all about. Also, his house is an old style movie theater. This is so cool. I love this. I think it's beautiful. I am a little concerned about how it's gonna fit in with the rest of the environment, considering it's black and white. I'm wondering if it's gonna stay black and white or if maybe somewhere along the story it will regain color. The inside of it is fully 3D color, so I'm not sure about that. Also, we're getting a black and white looking critters, and they have that 2D style to them as well, which is really nice. It is only going to be the critters for the expansion pass, so that's going to be the capybara, the monkey, and the snake. And I think they look really, really cool, especially the snake. I can imagine some really cool black and white dream snaps going on with these guys. Imagine trying to create a black and white dream snap, but without using the black and white filter. I wonder if that could be done, like using the black and white objects that we're gonna have in the game, and then like your character would be the only thing in color. I think that'd be so cool. And here we have another part of the storyline where there's going to be another rift in the sky situation like we had with the main game story, but this time it's in black and white. And come on, this is perfect. A rift in time, and there's literally like a rift to another time that Oswald is gonna come out of. It's like a time traveling rift. I'm stoked. I'm super excited to see what this storyline is going to be like. I also noticed in this little clip, it looks like the boat might also be turning black and white. I wonder how many different items in the game are going to end up being black and white. We'll find out. And of course, they ended this video by revealing that the update is going to be on May 1st, which is next Wednesday. This is both for the Thrills and Frills base game update, along with the Spark of Imagination expansion update. So mark your calendars, request time off work, do whatever you gotta do. But lastly, there's one other thing on this ending page that I noticed. It seems like both of these characters are wearing new Mickey Mouse ears that I have never seen before. I mean, let me know if I'm wrong, but I think those are new ones, right? So fingers crossed for some new clothing items, maybe? But that is it for the sneak peek video. I assume they will continue to drop hints throughout the coming week on their Twitter. But in the meantime, I need to plant some pumpkins. I am broke. I also need to catch up on some questing. I am very behind. So thanks for watching this video. Don't forget to leave a like and consider subscribing for more Disney Dreamlight Valley content. And I'll see you in a new video soon. Bye!